listening to the Fours Up Podcast with your host, Marsh.
What up, what up, what up? It is the Fours Up Podcast. It is Monday, June 15th. It's your boy Marsh. Got a lot of stuff to get to. Holy mother of God, what a weekend. But Jordan and I are live together tonight. Jordan, what's going on?
Dude, I'm doing good. It's we just grabbed some dinner. I got some wings. Now we're drinking some Monsters and having a good time, dude. Just kicking it in your basement watching Entourage.
Yeah, absolutely. Went to a little celebratory dinner tonight. Had some big news that we found out on Sunday evening that the Fours Up was now in the top 20 of football podcasts in America. And just to think, it all started right here.
I know.
We still don't have mics.
We do not.
And but by God, by George, we are here.
Yeah, man. This is actually the first time that we've recorded in the same room together since our first episode. So it's symbolism.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for the support. We're just going to keep getting bigger. We're going to keep getting more and more guests. We got 2 former Canes coming on tonight. Little thing to get to before we bring on our guest, Jake Garcia. I don't know if you've been living under a goddamn rock, but he is trending, and Garcia to the U is everywhere on the timeline, and I am honestly just waiting for the decommitment from USC to come.
It's gonna happen, dude. I can feel it.
It really is. Like, I really it's going to happen. Like, I know that, like, he's really interested in Miami. We used to talk to him. He's been to Coral Gables twice. He went twice last year, and
he's clearly interested. I mean, why else would he pop in on Khalil Brantley's IG Live?
Bro, he had no idea what he was getting himself into.
But he loves it, though.
Yeah.
He loves it. That's the thing is there was a tweet. I think it was Clay Gidley. Is that how you say his name? Anyway, shout out to Clay. Big fan of yours. We'll have to have you on the show sometime. But, so he just, he's like, what are the odds that Jake Garcia has muted the hashtag? And Garcia responded and said 0.
Yeah.
So.
And also we've got, Brad Kaya tweeted about him. Gino Torretta tweeted about him. Amon Richards tweeted about him. Like, it's everywhere. It was trending in the state of Florida on Saturday night. And honestly, today there might have been even more coverage about it. Like the Sun Sentinel's writing about it. And it's
happening.
It really is.
Bottom line, it's happening.
It really is. And I'm so excited about it. And I'm so happy. And he's just the golden boy. And we've all thought that since last spring. So.
Yeah. And I just want to echo this again. Jake, if you're listening, man, we wanted you the whole time. You were our first choice. So, go where you love, bro.
And you are more than welcome to come on the show anytime.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Well. But other than that, and also I wanted to make this point. I haven't told you this yet, Jordan. We will no longer on the show be referring to our former offensive coordinator from last year by name.
Okay.
He is the one who shall remain nameless.
Okay.
I'm done mentioning his name. I just get angry, and it's just evil. And so just wanted to make that announcement. But we got former Canes Lavon Ponder. He's a recurring guest. And also former Hurricane defensive back Bruce Johnson. They're going to be joining us at the same time tonight. So let's get him on the phone.
Cool.
Hello?
Lavon, what up, dude?
What's going on?
Hey, nothing much. I'm just dialing up Bruce right now, too, so give us just one moment.
What? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said we're dialing up Bruce right now, too.
Okay.
Give us a moment. We'll have both of you in here.
Okay.
Yo.
You there, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm here. So I got to
What's
put
up,
video on.
You got me and Marsh here, and Lavon is on the call as well.
Okay.
All right, so we now welcome on 2 former Hurricane defensive backs on the show. Lavon Ponder, he's been on several times, and now we got Bruce Johnson also joining the Fours Up podcast. Bruce and Lavon, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Hey, man, thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I guess we'll just ask you guys both what's been going on in your guys' lives with all this Corona happening, and what's going on.
Who you want to go first? Lavon, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Well, for me, man, I coach here back home in my town of Lake City, Florida. So I coach here on the high school football team. I'm the track coach as well, so it put a death on my track season. So we were just starting to, you know what I'm saying, starting to peak and starting to do well for my track season, but everything got shut down, man. So that ended my track season. And I also train kids as well through my nonprofit organization. Um, and so that kind of put a standstill on that as well. But other than that, man, everything seems like it's still out there, but stuff is kind of, turning back to normal a little bit. And so I've been going back into my training thing. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Well, and what's the name of your nonprofit? Give it a plug real quick.
I call it my training. I call it Johnson Elite Training. And basically, I train all sports. We don't do just sports. I mean, we mentor kids. Like a big brother, big sister program. We're trying to reach out and do other things with the kids. To get them to learn about, how to work in the real world. Because everybody's not gonna make it in the sport. So we want to, give them options to have other avenues.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Lavon, what's going on in your life, man? How you been? I mean, you were on about a month or two ago, but what's been going on since we last spoke?
Nothing, man. Just just cooking and having family time, man. It's summertime, so just kicking back, having barbecues and enjoying the pool.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, man.
So you guys were teammates at the University of Miami, during the Coker and also Shannon years. And so one of the questions we wanted to ask you guys, Lavon, we talked about this. What was that transition?
Hello.
You're breaking up, Marsh.
Okay. So go ahead, Marsh.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. So, Bruce, let's ask you first. What was the transition like going from Coach Larry Coker to Randy Shannon in 2007?
I mean, well, Coach Shannon, he's a little bit more stricter guy. You know what I'm saying? Me coming from us playing on the defense, we already knew how he was as a person and what he expected of us. With him just being a head coach, you know what I'm saying, that put like a stamp on things, which wasn't a bad thing. I think that's what we needed at the time. He came in, he was a big disciplinarian. He wanted to make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying, did the right thing, which is what we needed at the time. But I mean, however it went, I mean, I still like it. I mean, I had to get myself together as well, so I think it was good for me.
What about you, Lavon?
Like I said, it was a big transition. We had already, been on the defensive side of the ball with him, so we just knew what he was gonna be like as a head coach almost. But like I said, he was like Bruce said, he was a big disciplinarian, and he started putting together things where guys couldn't, you get suspended for smoking marijuana or, doing all kind of anything you was getting suspended for. So, but he wound up, trying to. He came in to be the program changer, basically.
And so I was a kid in the Orange Bowl, watching you guys. I had season tickets back then. I need to ask you about the 2006 season because that was a little. So, Bruce, I'll ask you first. What happened during that season? Because you guys came in with such high expectations and some things went a little wrong. Kind of talk about that season.
Yeah, that was my sophomore season, man. We were just coming off of, we were number 3 in the country the year before until we had we took a loss to who was it, Georgia Tech, I think it was. And from then things just started, kind of dwindling down. The next year we were poised to, have a good season. I don't know like coach changes or whatnot, but for some reason, I mean, we were tight as a team, but for some reason, it just didn't go, the way that we wanted to. I mean, it's kind of hard to say and pinpoint it because when you look around and look at it on paper, I mean, we shoot, could have won it or should have won it, but it just sometimes we got weeded out or edged out of games, but it's something that we couldn't pinpoint. We were trying to overcome it, but we just couldn't overcome it.
I mean, do you have any?
Like I said, like you said, 2006, we were a tight team, close knit team, and we were one of the, we thought we were gonna be one of the top teams in the country, and it just didn't pan out that way.
Okay, and I have to ask you this, and Lavon knows that I'm very critical about this certain player, quarterback Kyle Wright. I mean, I was a kid back then, so I didn't know as much about football. But talk a little bit about Kyle Wright, and I mean, because he came in as a 5-star kid. What was Kyle Wright like as a quarterback and as a leader of the team?
Oh, well, to me, man, Kyle Wright was a cool quarterback, man. He was a leader. Everybody was attracted to Kyle, man. He got along with everyone from the, you know what I'm saying, everybody on the offensive side of the ball to the defensive side of the ball. Like I said, like with all these different coaches coming in, I think he just, you know what I'm saying, kind of didn't get in the system where he could get comfortable for a while. But, we made do with what we had. I mean, I take nothing away from Kyle. He's still a great quarterback in my eyes. I just felt like if he would have got into a system where he could, you know what I'm saying, mesh into it and learn it for more than just, you know what I'm saying, 1 year, then go into another all type of offense, then he would have been all right, but it just didn't work out that way.
So, I have a question for both of you. So, were you two pretty close, like early on in your time at the University of Miami?
Me and Ponder?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, me and Ponder, man, they were there before us, so basically, when us young guys came in, we were basically trying to look for somebody who's already been there year before us to, you know what I'm saying, basically give us the ropes of what's going on because, you already had guys who were already older and established or whatever, so the next people for us to talk to were the guys who were like sophomores. So, I mean, yeah, I could say we were close. I mean, he helped us a lot on the field, off the field, in the meeting rooms and everything. So I would say we were pretty close.
Cool. Do you guys have any fun stories, from just being college kids hanging out? Do you guys have any fun stories you want to share with the fans? Either of you?
Say what now?
I say 2005. It was a funny story. We on the field. Everybody remember Marcus Maxey. So I think we were playing. I think it might have been Georgia Tech.
I think it was North Carolina when we had the green jerseys.
Yeah. It was North Carolina. So Marcus was on the field. He was like, hey, fool, y'all be careful. I'm like, what you talking about, Max? He just screamed out of nowhere.
Yeah, we had a fumble on the field, and you know how everybody's scrambling to go get the ball. So I guess Maxie was in. If you know Maxie, man, you gotta understand why it's so funny because how he acts and how he talks. But I guess he was trying to get the ball, and everybody was shooting for the ball, and I guess they kind of hit him the wrong way, and it kind of hurt. So when he come to the sideline, he all mad and pissed off. Like, hey man, y'all be careful out there. Y'all just shooting in here. Y'all watch your teammates. He's like, dang, man, you do what you do. Just let him get the ball. Like, what you want? You better get it. I would have. Do you got any more, Lavon?
I'm trying to think. So we had a whole bunch of because it was a team that was full of jokes. So it was a bunch of things that I'm just trying to remember some of the things that happened.
So during your time, who were some of the biggest jokesters on the team? I mean, was Calais Campbell one of the jokesters, or was who? I can't imagine him being a funny guy, honestly. But who's some of the guys that stick out to you during your guys' time at the University of Miami?
Oh man, I got another funny story. It was 2006. We playing FIU, and before the fight came out, it was the James Bryant had caught the out route and scored on the touchdown. So when he bent over,